Very good morning. I was, just going through my phone book as we normally do sometimes, and so many people I've lost track of. Their numbers are there, their names are there, and then it comes to you. I'm sure you've gone through something like this, and I personally believe it's very good to keep in touch with people, not necessarily to get work out of them, but just basically just a hi, hello, happy birthday kind of greeting. I've found it very satisfactory, and it's good, if as a human being to keep in touch, especially with those people who you've been with, who you've interacted with, and have been your colleagues at some time, acquaintances, friends, and some move on, some stay on, some move to another city, another country. Once in a while, you'll suddenly get a hi, hello, how are things? It's nice. You feel kind of satisfactory that people remember you for whatever reason, and you remember them for whatever reason. But certain people, their names, their life, their approach to life actually gets imprinted in your mind. They are those people, and this is something I believe in, which they go by this quote, you don't drown in water just by jumping into the water, whether it's a lake, a river, or ocean. You don't drown. You will definitely drown if you don't kick and do something to survive. By staying stagnant, by not moving at all, you will most certainly drown at one point or the other. Very interesting. Everything is about kicking yourself out of that slumber, kicking yourself out of that comfort zone, kicking yourself so hard that it pains and you don't want that pain, so you move ahead. Now, whether someone kicks your butt or you kick your butt yourself, I would prefer kicking the butt myself. Many times in our life, we would have seen that we come to we hit a wall. Now, you are in a job, you're doing the same thing, it becomes monotonous. You start becoming counterproductive. That starts another chain reaction where your superior is not happy, your peers are not happy, you're not able to focus, you're not able to give your 100%. Hell with 100%, you're not able to give even 50%. Now, that is breeding trouble. You know it, but you have absolutely no clue what to do about it. It happens. There are times you lose your job or you get out of the job because for some reason you don't like it. Policies have changed, your work has been, job role has changed, you're not able to fit into the new one. So what happens? You again stagnate. You just sit. You're benched, as we call it. You're sitting on the bench, you're doing nothing. Complacency sets in. You start rusting. Very dangerous area to be in. COVID actually shook a lot of apple carts. A lot of apples fell out also. A lot of apples got realigned. Innovation was, I feel, at the best when the pandemic was there. When nobody can do anything but sit at home. But we had to survive. Everyone had to survive. So it kicked in. What are some of the things one could do online? And there are some businesses which thrived during the pandemic, as you would all know. And there are some which couldn't. But that's life. The question is, you don't need a pandemic to kick you out of your slumber. You need to reflect yourself as to what is it that you need to do. Whether it's an upskilling process, whether it's changing your job completely and getting into something totally different. But the whole idea is to keep swimming. Because if you keep swimming, you will move forward for sure. You will also go in a particular direction, which will ultimately lead you to your destination, which we call as land, which is safe and which again gives you that new lease of life. How many times you face something like this? And it's all a mindset. I've seen this. Many times I feel it. I just don't want to do anything. But then it gets to you. So it's not all about earning money. It's not all about going to an office. It's not about getting into a business. No. It's all about moving forward intellectually. Moving forward as a human being to discover yourself. To be able to contribute to your own growth and to the growth of others without forcing yourself on anyone. That's the last thing you need to do. Nothing done with pressure gives you the results with what is done voluntarily, with the heart and soul in it. So, are you one of those who jumps into the water and just waits for the water to take you across? Or are you one of those who jumps into the water and has the gut to swim forward, sometimes with the tide, sometimes against the tide, but continuously move forward so that you become a better human being? You add value to your life and to somebody else's life, all lives. Because ultimately, it's all about adding value. Because that's the only thing, in my experience, that helps you just sit back, put your legs up, and relax. Literally relax. Because you've done something phenomenal. And everything is not about money. It's about how you have contributed. Give it a thought.